Good evening. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about something that's coming to the channel really quickly, or really soon. In fact, tomorrow morning. That would be the... I'm thinking around 9 is when I'm going to start uploading, so it should be done around 10. How big is that file again? Make that noon. I forgot that it's 20 gigs. Oh well, 14. Where's my... There's my... that will be the 19th of May 2017 that I'm going to be uploading... No. Yeah, the 19th of May 2017 that I'm going to be uploading the first episode of a new series on my channel. And I've already done 6 parts to this, so... kind of a shit out of luck. It's not something I haven't invested a dime into this, but still, I feel like it should be done justice. I've done 6 parts, and my plan is after the... I'm basically gonna be 19th, 20th, 21st, and all the way to the 23rd, the 24th, or it'll be to the 25th actually, all the way up till the 25th. From the 19th to the 25th, I'm gonna be uploading 1 episode a day. On the 25th, I'm gonna be recording some more, and then I'm just gonna machine gun these things one day, day after day, and you guys bring in your ideas and shit in the comments. You guys bring in your ideas and shit in the comments. Do what you feel needed. I'm just uploading this video simply because I can. I figured it'd be nice giving you guys a head start. I mean, it did do wonders when I was gonna do Twitch the first time around. And I've done Twitch a few times after that, but I don't have a schedule for that yet. I'm thinking maybe eventually get a schedule for that, but I really have to try it out, just get into the rhythm before I actually say I have a schedule. As it is right now, I have no schedule. Like, my life is a mess. Nothing is in order. The only thing I have in order is when I wake up in the morning, and even that's kind of So, there's that. God damn it, phone. And no, it's not my phone's fault. I'm just an idiot. So yeah, what is this new show? This new series? Well, it's a fairly popular game. I believe it won Game of the Year. May have heard of it. No, I don't think it won Game of the Year. Oh well, doesn't matter. In my opinion, it won Game of the Year. There really wasn't much else released good that I thought was really good. When the fuck was that game released? Hang on. I just have to Google that. Sorry, I just have to Google it. Now I'm completely confused here. Ah, right. 2012. The last year for good games. I believe, no, not even Crysis 3. Not even that fell into my book for good games. How come games just get more and more shit? It's not that they get more and more generic, they just get more shit. Am I just being cynical, or does it seem like damn near all the popular games either feel worn out, super tired, or just repetitive? Am I just being cynical for that, or is that a thing happening? I know Fallout 4 will say massive success. Yeah, the cash flow suggested that, but that was only because 90% of the people that bought the game couldn't return it once they realized what a shit pile it was, because it takes more than a month's worth of time to realize that shit. They couldn't return it because you can only cut your pre-order for a month. You have a month to cut your pre-order on Steam. any order, then you're kind of fucked. And everybody pre-ordered like a year ahead. I pre-ordered 4 months ahead. I got suckered in. Never again. I regret every minute I spent in Fallout 4. Every minute. And that comes from a Fallout fan. I love Fallout 3. I love Fallout New Vegas. They're fun games on their own. They're even more fun if you mod them. They take a lot of skill, a lot of time, thinking, planning. I just can't stand Fallout 4. It's the easy street version of Grand Theft Auto. It's Grand Theft Auto if you could customize your gun and your house in great detail. And the game was glitchier than it already is. I feel really sad about that. But on to the new news. The news of the new series. What is the series? Well, 2012 was the year of great games, in my opinion. The last year for great games. There's been many good games coming out since, but sadly, they've all been kind of spread out. And a lot of the really good ones really haven't had any real kick to them, if you will. Anyway. 2012, what was released on the 14th of August? Darksiders 2. That's what we're playing. I have already recorded the first 6 chunks of this. These are 50-minute episodes. Around. The shortest episode is the first episode at 48 minutes. The longest is the second, where I lost track of the time and I went on a tangent. Started talking about things at the end. A tangent lasting a whopping 2 minutes, I believe. Coming in at 59 minutes. 53 seconds top, so 60 minutes, full hour. After that, the third episode was 50 minutes, 13 seconds, so it's pretty close. 51 minutes, 58 for fourth part. 55 minutes, 46 seconds for the fifth. And the sixth, for 52 minutes, 23 seconds. Now I have divided all this up into chunks that are digestible. They all have an intro and an outro that I did on the spot. They're not planned out. They're not dedicated. None of them are permanent. It's just kind of a format I like, and I just come up with it I just kind of modify it as per the situation on the spot. Try to make it sound kind of epic. In the moment, felt the cheese seep out my ear holes as I listened to what I said. The cheddar, you know. Not the cheddar as in the bank cheddar, but the cheddar as in the actual cheese. Yeah. It's cheesy goodness, in my opinion. Actually, I don't like cheddar. Priest. That's good cheese. Anyway. So we're going to be playing Darksiders 2. And formula is going to be one a day. 1 episode a day. So for up until the 25th, I'm going to be uploading 1 episode per... I think I've already said this. I'm not sure. I can't quite keep track because I've recorded this once already and it went to shit. I went on a 20-minute long tangent and I'm not going to do that this time. Have I missed anything? I think I already said that you should leave all of your ideas in the comments below. And I will say this. I'm playing the game on the hardest difficulty setting, which is apocalyptic, which still is nothing. I'm actually kind of relieved that the game's hardest difficulty setting really isn't that insane, because I had never played on that difficulty setting before, and I thought it was going to be hard. But it's not. I mean, it's challenging. I won't argue that. Some enemies really get me shit in my britches because I remember how hard they were on easy. They basically rape you on easy. What do they do on Apocalyptic? As it turns out, they do a shitload more damage. But so do you. Here's the thing. Here's how Darksiders difficult system work. On easy mode, you do base damage. The enemies do base damage. Basically, the damage counters are reduced, and the enemy's damage never ramps. And in your case, the damage ramps every single step of the way, because you gain XP and you level up, so you get more powerful, and then your weapons get more powerful. Your damage ramps up significantly, but their damage stays the same. The only time it ramps up is when the enemies are changed up. However, on normal, the enemies follow a level system, so the enemies get more powerful as they level, or rather, as their level matches yours. It's steps per level. That's pretty cool, pretty neat. That's really cool. But there, they match you par on par. And they step up. No enemy has a fixed damage value anymore. They all step up their damage and their health based off of your level. And harder enemies are stepped up 1 or 2 steps. Are stepped up 1 or 2 steps in level instead of damage or health. However, on Apocalyptic, you do base. The enemies, well, you are ramped up, but you ramp up every level as well, like you do on normal and on easy. However, the enemies, they're a couple of steps higher to begin with. They're not level with you. They start a bit stronger than you, and then they ramp up. They will always be strong enough to wreck your shit if you're not careful. If you have no idea what you're doing, they will be able to wreck your shit. If you have the slightest idea what you're doing, you're gonna be able to beat the game like that. If you're very skilled, you can probably go through the entire game without taking a single hit of damage. I am not that skilled. I mean, I can play the game, clearly. I mean, I've done 6 parts and I'm having a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun all day. I wish I could have done the entire game in one sitting, but I can't. I'm just too tired. It's 1:30 a.m. And they say YouTuber life is easy. I don't even upload frequently, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, well, I can't even imagine what it's like for people like Pewds or Markiplier. I mean, there's got to be a lot of effort going into that. They must have just streamlined the fuck out of their process over the years, and just skimmed out every single second that they could out of their process, just, you know, to get their schedule to work, just, you know, to be able to cram a life into that whole YouTuber career. That's basically like owning your own business. Keep in mind, I'm not doing this for the months, I'm doing this for the funds. I on occasion get a little bit of a brain fart and I'm like, play this! And I just want to play something and have people watch. Of course, I can't do everything live because it's a pain in the dick to set up and half the time doesn't work. So, recording is the next best thing. But I digress. I'm ranting again. Am I gonna do Dark Souls? A strong, never complete. I will never complete that game. Not the first, not the second, not the third. I will never be able to complete, well, I will be able to, but I will never complete Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3 if I am not force-fed them. Basically, unless a friend buys me a PS4 and the collection, I will never sit my ass down and play through those fuck heaps of game design. The third game is like the best designed game, both in appearance, gameplay, and, well, level of difficulty. It doesn't ramp up to absolute insane craziness instantaneously. I know a lot of people said that, oh, the first boss is too hard and the other bosses are too weak, but that's kind of the point of Dark Souls, that the enemies are supposed to be surprisingly difficult and the bosses are supposed to wreck your shit. the first time you play the game, the first boss is supposed to grab that thing you're just shitting out and just shove it right back up in there like 3 times further than it already was. They're designed to shove your shit in. That's the point of the Dark Souls bosses, to shove your shit in. The enemies are, if anything, too difficult in all of the Souls games. I mean, just some fucking pig. How can a pig kill me? The second game is what I'm referring to. How can 3 little piglets be so powerful that they can eat my HP? What? Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. I might do like the third Souls game eventually. I'll never do Bloodborne because I can't record off a PS3 and I can't afford one of those recording units. I can't afford a capture card is what I'm saying. So yeah. Unless of course you can get a throughput capture card that just probes the signal. Then I can do that, because then I can play without more delay than there already is. That could work. But I think Bloodborne's for PS4. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna make this 20 minutes, and I'm not. This is gonna be closer to 17. Now, I am dead tired. I need to go to bed. Arrivederci. Good night.